Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Broken Boys. This is episode 238, I think. Pretty sure.
Mhm.
I'm Mike, pretty sure.
And I'm pretty sure I'm Colin.
Nice. I hope we are
Yeah.
right about that. This week, we got stuff to talk about. Nothing, I don't think anything super specific, but things happened and they deserve to be said out loud and cemented in podcast Spotify history, or any streaming service. Actually, probably any other one's probably better. So, but before we talk about those various things, how was your week, Mr. Colin?
Week was all right. Worked a lot. Just getting those hours in before our
Yes.
big week next week.
Yes.
This check's gonna be good, but I don't know how worth it is because man, have these past few days been rough.
Oh. Got
Just
Scooby Doo coming to McDonald's and Fortnite.
oh
Yeah.
I mean, like most of the week wasn't too bad, other than the last couple days. It was just basic days. I was getting I wasn't full 8-hour shifts either for the first couple days. It was like 10:30 to 5:30 or 10:30 to 6. So it was a little bit of reprieve from a full 8 hours. But the last couple have been full 8 hours, and on Wednesday there was a good little rush at like 3:00. We always get a rush at 3:00 for some reason. People getting out of class, kids getting out of school and such.
Yeah.
I don't really understand it because like these people are getting like full meals at like 3 p.m. instead of just waiting a couple hours.
Honestly, I feel like
dinner.
I did the same shit back in college.
Yeah.
I would get early dinner sometimes.
And that's fine if it's like if you're getting early dinner, but like I feel like a lot of these, it's like why not just wait a couple hours for just like dinner, like a normal time dinner.
Yeah.
But that was a nice rush. I was in the kitchen, and boy, not fun. I'll tell you what. And then yesterday, if you didn't know, September 18th is National Hamburger Day or something.
Oh, I have that one memorized, obviously.
Yes.
Yeah.
Just for future reference.
Yeah.
But if the National Hamburger Day means 50-cent double cheeseburgers in the app
for
McDonald's, and just one per order, but it's still hell. I got there at 10. Breakfast ends at 10:30, so for the first hour and a half, 2 hours, it was like pretty lax. Not too many double cheeseburgers. It was like, oh, maybe this won't be too bad. I didn't remember last year, but I was like, oh, maybe I overestimated how bad this is gonna be.
Right.
Went on break, came back, still wasn't too bad. And then people had to leave, so I had to go in the kitchen. And right when I got in the kitchen, 2:30, it started going. People started coming through. Had a line down the street to get to the drive-through. Bunch of college students coming through, walking in and everything. I was like, oh, okay. This probably it's like early 3:00 rush. We'll get through this in like an hour, maybe a little less even. The screens did not empty for at least 3.5 hours.
Oh.
Between 2:30 and the time I got off at 6, there was no reprieve, nothing. It was I was stuck back there. First off, I was put on CommeNts, which is assembling the sandwiches and wrapping them. rather than initiating where I usually am, is where you like get the buns through the toaster, put the condiments on, and then send it over to cabinets.
Okay.
Which was a nice change of pace because I hate initiating. It's way too hot. I get bumped into. It sucks.
Yeah.
But cabinets turned out to be pretty bad yesterday. I'll tell you what, because for the first like half hour, maybe 45 minutes, maybe even an hour, I was fine. I was getting through it. It was a lot. You know, I was wrapping those sandwiches. We were going through meat like I've never seen us go through meat before.
Mm-hmm. That's saying a lot coming from you.
Yeah, I know. Big meat guy.
That's my name in high school. Sorry, that was your name in high school. I shouldn't take your credit for that.
Nothing on Meat Canyon, but I was a big meat guy. We had a newer person on grill, so I was just like, I was throwing the pans for the meat for the patties back, and I was like, more, please. More. Like it wouldn't more. And it wouldn't stop. It just wouldn't. And for the first hour, I was fine, but as it just went on and went on, I was like, I couldn't stop and ask for them to make waters for us. I was getting really hot. My back was starting to hurt because I'm bent over wrapping these sandwiches.
Yeah.
Because the table only goes up to like my waist, maybe a little less than that.
Mm-hmm.
So I have to like really bend over to get everything and wrap everything real nice. And so my back's starting to hurt. My feet are already hurting from working for 4 days in a row.
Right.
And so I'm miserable and I'm not feeling great. And it just keeps going. And then 4 o'clock rolls around, more people have to go. So that's when my GM, who's been there the whole time, comes out of the office. And he hops on table and he's like, go to initiating, because I'm not going to do that. Why would I do that? I'm the general manager. Why would I initiate?
Right.
So he pushes me over to there, and I'm just, it just keeps going. I'm pushing as many buns through the toaster as possible.
Yeah.
It's mostly double cheese, and people getting real cute with them, like,
oh, light salt, put some light ketchup, light mustard, put some mayo on there, maybe some lettuce and tomato,
and it's like, fuck you. Just get a double cheeseburger. They're 50 cents. And on top of like all the other sandwiches, obviously, chicken wasn't the most popular thing yesterday. It usually is. I think 50-cent double cheeseburger day is just to like get the patties rolling out of the freezer, because it's not as popular as the chicken stuff. But it just kept going. And we went through more cheese than I've ever been through while I've worked there. We went through more pickles than I've ever gone through.
Yeah.
It was hell. Whoever came up with 50-cent double cheeseburger day for National Hamburger Day, you deserve to be shot. And in this climate, maybe I shouldn't be saying that, but I don't fucking care. Fuck you and your corporate greed.
Yeah.
You don't give a fuck about us. You just give a fuck about your money.
If it makes you feel better, I can think of one cabinet in this country that's a little more hellish than that one, probably.
Oh, well,
yeah.
That's nice. I like that. That's good.
That makes you feel better. At least you're not in that cabinet.
You know what? True. But just, and like I was getting real mad throughout the time there. I was running out of all the condiments, and I had to run over to the cooler, grab them, bring them back, put them under the table. I was stacking like 8 stacks of cheese on top of each other, and we would run out of them. We ran out of them every single fucking time within like a half hour. It was like, how the fuck? And I understand double cheese has 2 pieces of cheese on each, but it's like these stacks are like 20 to 40 slices of cheese thick.
Damn.
And it's like, I was going through it mad.
I could definitely go through one of those stacks in a half hour.
I mean, it's American cheese. It's God's gift to the world.
Yes.
But
that is crazy.
And I was getting very mad. My my temper was not holding up. I'll say that.
Yeah.
I can already get pretty overwhelmed and angry when I'm back there, but like the buns weren't going through the toaster, and I had to keep pushing them through, and it was hot, and I was burning my fingers. People were ordering quarter pounders, and like the boxes are above the table, and you have to grab them down and bring them to the table.
Right.
And somebody had put too many in, so they just kept falling on me and hitting me, and I was getting overstimulated. And at one point, after my coworker Juan came in, a couple fell on me, and I went fuck, and they fell on the ground, and I stomped on it. I crushed the one that I had in my hand, and I threw it, and he went, whoa. And I just it just kept going. And like right before, like 20 minutes before I left, one of the other managers came back to help us on the table, and I was like, okay, well, that's nice. But at first he was just shoving buns in the toaster, and I was like, that's nice help and all, but I'd really love if you could help assemble the sandwiches, and stuff. And so he did that too. But the quarter box thing happened again, and I was like, Miguel, I can't do this anymore. I can't I need to fucking leave. And he was like, you're almost off. You're almost off. And the newer managers do this like fake ass thing where like, keep going, guys, keep pushing. We're almost there. You're doing so good. Like, si se puede, si se puede. And it's just like, it is not genuine in the least bit, and it just pisses me off even more when we're in these rushes, because like when an older manager who actually means it when they say it, it's like, oh, that's nice. Like even the GM, who I hate with my whole fucking being, like compliments us on doing a good job. It's like, oh, thanks, that means something coming from you. But with like the newer managers, they're like, si se puede, guys, keep pushing, you're doing a great job, we're almost there. It does nothing for me. It just makes me more angry. I don't know if that's relatable or not, but
it depends on the tone. Yeah, but I kind of get what you mean, I think.
So yesterday made me want to kill a puppy. And I got home, and I threw my shoes off, took my visor off, and I laid on the ground for about an hour. And I just needed to not move for a while. And you know what? That check better be worth it, baby. I'll tell you what.
It's all worth it for next week, hopefully.
Yes, yeah. I think next week will be a very much needed reprieve from work.
Yes.
But other than that, work it was work. And I spent the rest of the week playing games. New season of Rivals has been good. I've been playing a lot of that, playing some Fortnite. The new skate game is in alpha or whatever, and they're like it's on early access, so it's free, which is pretty cool. It doesn't have like a time limit for when it goes away as of right now. I don't know if they plan on like making the full game like a free to play kind of Battle Pass-esque Fortnite kind of machine. I hope not, but at the same time, it's like, I don't even really need the cosmetics. I just think it's fun to, skate around town and do tricks and stuff. And, but they got the music they got in the game is based.
Yeah, you were telling me a bit.
Yeah. I got on, and like the first song that played when they were during the tutorial was "Image" by Magdalena Bay, and I was like, They got fucking Magdalena Bay and skate.
They're imagining some discs here.
I can't even believe it. But I went through like the music stuff, and they have a bunch of playlists and everything. It's like, you got the usual kind of stuff. There was some the Wallows, which is like, that makes sense for like a skate game. But then they had Fill in the Blank by Car Seat Headrest. They have a little Sims song. They have clipping. They got all this shit. And it's like, whoa. They got Joey Valence and Bray on there too. It's like, that's pretty fucking cool, man.
Yeah, when you told me clipping, I was like, no fucking way. That is crazy. Like the other ones, like
Right?
I can kind of see, but like clipping is kind of wild for like a skate game. I was like, whoa.
Yeah, I got Denzel Curry on there too. It's like,
Yeah.
and as this goes on, and if they add more music to this early access, or when the fall game comes out, there's no telling how much more bass this game can get.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah,
But it's very fun.
they gotta add in some plaintive in there to get more
Yeah,
bass.
for real.
Yeah, I think pedals would go hard. Yeah.
But give me Honest 2 in
Yeah.
this shit. But no, it's really cool. It's very fun, and I like that it's free.
Yeah.
That's been a highlight of the week. I've been listening to a lot of Breach.
Same.
I've been got Breach on the brain. It's been great. I got my Torchbearer box set came in the mail this week.
Mine too.
Which, yes, same day for both of us, which is pretty cool. But that shit is sick, and it's a step way above the Clancy one. Like, I like the Clancy one. The bandana were cool. It came with some patches and stickers and stuff. The usual affair. But it was just a cardboard box. And after the Scaled and Icy one, which is like this cool textured, scaly kind of thing, it came with a little trash rubber thing, a bunch of postcards and your cards and stuff. And it's like, that one was super cool to get.
Yeah, and for our British viewers, when Colin said trash rubber thing, he was not talking about a condom. They did not put those in the Scaled and Icy collector's edition.
No. They did put them in the Breach one, though.
Yes, yeah. They want you to do some breaches.
But it's really cool. It's like the outside is like textured. The bandana is super sick. The stickers, the art book in it is probably one of my favorite parts of it.
Yeah,
honestly,
cool.
It's like it's textured inside. The pictures are super high quality. It comes with a nice like actual poster, quality poster, not just like a thin paper thing, but it's like a thick thing. And that's super cool, and I'm very happy with that.
Yeah.
But then also I checked the mail on the way back from grabbing that package, and a month ago, people as the album rollout was happening, people were getting like these letters from Dima that were addressed to them, and they had this like, fucking just like propaganda inside, like a case file for Clancy inside, and it was like, whoa, that's cool. And I was like, but I'd never. It's like for like the big fans, people who like interact with the band on fucking on Twitter and shit.
Yeah, and Colin's a fake fan, so
exactly. Yeah. I admire from afar on the podcast, and give him all the money I have in my pocket.
Exactly.
But I don't interact with. But I went to the mailbox just to grab whatever was in there. Haven't been to the mailbox in over a month because I don't usually get mail. But I opened it and I see this red envelope, and I'm like, no fucking. Are you fucking kidding? I took it out, and it's the letter from Dima, and I'm like, I'm a fucking idiot. I would send the envelope, but it has my address on it.
Yeah, probably shouldn't do that.
I'll send what's inside the envelope.
Yeah.
And it's just this like really cool like case file investigation on the Heavy Duty Soul car explosion.
Yes.
Which like that's super cool, but like silly me thought no chance you would ever get something like that from the band. Little did I know. So I got that, and that's super cool.
Also, I'm just realizing right now, did they use the word? No, it was something else. Because I was just looking at the note, and there's like a thing talking about perimeter breach or whatever. And I was like, have they been using that term for a while? But I think what I'm thinking of is back in the trench area, it was like failed perimeter escape or something like that. I don't think they were saying perimeter breach for a while. But that's still cool as fuck, though.
Yes, and that was another really cool thing that happened.
Yeah, I was telling Colin bro got drafted to the Dima War and like didn't respond.
I was basically a draft dodger, man. I don't know.
You dodged the draft.
It was on accident.
Foreshadowing.
It's, but yeah, that was super cool. But otherwise this week, didn't really watch much. I think we watched a couple episodes of Jujutsu Kaisen earlier this week, which has been entertaining. Superman's on HBO Max today, so we're gonna watch that later. And then but I listened to the Crux Deluxe this week, which is good, but I don't think it's anywhere near as good as just the regular Crux. There's a couple standout tracks on there. Like there's one on there that is very, it does a lot of something very interesting with their sound. It's more like it uses a lot of like what am I trying to like it's just like it uses like more like auto-tune type of stuff, and it's just like all over the place. It kind of, on first listen, it reminded me of like some Matt Watson stuff.
Interesting.
Which is can be hit or miss, but I think they did a pretty cool thing with it. But a lot of the tracks just felt like unfinished, and kind of like they produced what they had and they threw it on the record just to have like some semblance of a deluxe and everything, which is fine, but a lot of it just wasn't like mind-blowing or anything. There were, like I said, there were a couple tracks that I liked quite a bit, but as a whole I'd just rather listen to the original record. I don't think it's worth a whole other pretty much album on top of the other, but I'd recommend checking out some tracks at least. And then I did a second little listen through of Pain to Power by Maruja last night, because I had listened to it last Friday before the pod, just to get like a little standing on it, and it didn't really click the first time, but the second time it was clicking.
Let's go.
I like this record. There's a lot of really, really good stuff on here. I'm a sucker for that saxophone, baby.
Oh yeah.
And like even the singing and the way that he, like, this lead singer like talks and sings throughout a lot of it.
Like the spoken word stuff. Yeah.
Yes. I was liking it a lot on second listen. It's definitely, I feel, gonna be up there for me by the end of the year. I think I need a couple more listens just like for it to really, really, really sink in. But I like it a lot.
Sick.
And you're valid in your
thank you.
your score of it.
Thank you. Thank you for, after all these years, validating my music tastes.
Of course. But yeah, it's basically my week. Just that shitty double cheeseburger day and skate. But how was yours, Mike?
Week was fine. I don't really have all too much to talk about. I guess last weekend I grinded the hell out of Jedi Survivor, and I finished that up. I think on the last podcast I talked about finishing the story for it. But I did all the extras and got all my achievements and everything. And that was pretty fun. Well, it was a fun game to. I mean, it's not like 100%, but it was all the achievements, which is what I care about. But that was a good time for the most part. Some of the bosses in that game, oh my god. There's a maybe you saw Andy and I talking about it a little bit, but I mean, Ogdo Bogdo times 2 was something, but the Rancor times 2, oh lord.
Yeah.
Both of those were just crazy, but I did it. It wasn't on Jedi Grandmaster or whatever, but it was on Jedi Master, which is just one tier below. But those whooped my ass. But I did them both in the same day, and I did them while I was in like call with like Andy and Natalie for like 5 hours, 6 hours, just chilling, and I was playing Jedi Survivor. They were doing their own thing. It was kind of nice. But did that, finished that up, and then I downloaded The Last of Us, the first one, because I need to finish the achievements in part 2. of which you got to do the chronological mode. And I was thinking to myself, hey, since I'm going chronological, let's start all the way at the beginning. Let's run it back. Let's run it back. So I'm started replaying the first Last of Us again to the remaster for or the remake, I should say, on PC. But this time my computer parts are better than the last time I played it. So now the game looks a whole lot better. So it's kind of like playing it for the first time again. I'm not doing anything fancy there. I'm playing on New Game Plus, and I like altered the stuff so like the enemies will still fight me, but I get a shit ton of loot. So I'm just going guns blazing, as God intended. But yeah, that's it's been pretty fun. But you know, I've been listening to music and stuff too. I've also been a breach bitch all of this week, nonstop, just going through it. And you know, I should also say, maybe I should save this for music news, but I guess I'll say it now. There's a new Plaintive 100 on the block. And that new Plaintive 100 is Trench by 21 Pilots. When I first went to Album of the Year and was like logging my stuff on there, I think I just didn't want to give a 21 Pilots record a 100 because I thought that'd make me look like a loser. But the more I was thinking about it a lot, like just I don't know, the last couple months or so, I'm like, who am I trying to kid? And that this isn't like my favorite album possibly ever.
Yeah, right.
It was at like a 98, so I was really holding off there. And I'm just like, no, Trench is a 100. I don't know what I'm trying to do. So I give that a 100, and I gave it a nice in-depth review of why I love it so much. And that was kind of fun. But yeah, new Plaintive 100. And also Breach grew on me a lot too. Not that I wasn't already loving it, but it's very good. I'm addicted to that shit. And then I also listened last night to I guess once again, unironically, this is kind of music news, but there's a band called Massive Attack that is removing their stuff from Spotify very soon, following, you know, like King Gizzards and who's the other big notable one? I think Shushu is who I'm thinking of. Yeah, Joni Mitchell as well. But yeah, pulling their stuff from Spotify. I don't really know much about Massive Attack, but I do know they have a big album in music communities called Mezzanine. That is one that I've been meaning to check out for a long time because I remember I've heard of like clips of it or something, but like I knew that I would kind of like the sound of it. And I also realized I was super close to 1,000 ratings on Album of the Year too. So for my 1,000th, that I've never used 1,000 in that context before. My 1,000th review, or no, it'd just be thousandth. I don't know. Stop it, Mike.
He's spiraling. Help him.
I'm slapping myself right now. For that review, I decided to check out Massive Attack by Mezzanine before it's removed from Spotify, and it's a pretty good record. I wouldn't say I loved the entire thing, but there were songs on there that I absolutely loved, and the overall vibe of it is very dark and like very very much like a late at night listen, like not even like a nighttime drive. I mean, maybe a nighttime drive, but like it feels like a 2 a.m. type of late night album to me. But it's very very nice, very pleasant on the ears. It's like trip hop. And yeah, I don't really know what trip hop is, but that is what it is labeled as. So there you go. But yes, I enjoyed it. I thought it was very good. And yeah, we watched a couple movies last week as well. We watched a couple Marvel stuff. We watched Ant-Man and the Wasp. I did not like that movie, and it has me concerned for how so much people say Quantum Medium is worse.
Oh, buddy, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, Ant-Man and the Wasp. I'm starting to do some Letterboxd reviews now that our buddy Dane made like a bot for our Discord server. So I thought it'd be kind of fun to put some stuff in there. But one things I mentioned is that Ant-Man and the Wasp is the first Marvel movie I've fallen asleep to. It just, there's something about the dialogue and the pacing in that movie and kind of the story, maybe not the story, but the dialogue and pacing in general, it just feels so awkward and stilted and very
Mhm.
badly edited together and stuff. And like I did not like it. But it did have some fun set pieces in it though, which is kind of fun.
Mhm.
But then we also watched Captain Marvel, which is the next one in the Marvel series, chronologically. And I had seen Captain Marvel in theaters when it came out, but I actually enjoyed it. I think a little bit more this time than I remembered. I think there's definitely some issues with it, and it's a little eye rolly at points. But like I think the overall story is actually pretty ambitious for MCU and has some good themes in there and has some good
Mhm.
mystery stuff going on for like the first half that I think is done well. I don't think it's my favorite Marvel movie by any stretch of the means, but it's more towards the middle than I thought it was going to be. I remember not being super huge on it when I first watched it, but I thought it was actually pretty decent this time around.
That's good.
So yeah, pretty good. Uh, and yeah, I guess the only other thing is that earlier today, which is Friday when we record these, went to, I think I talked about it last week on Pod, but went to my uncle's funeral this week.
Mhm.
And or this week. That was literally like 4 hours ago. But it was good. It was nice. I mean, it was a pretty low key thing, but it was very much like everyone in there very much cared for him and both his wife as well.
Yeah.
And it was really nice getting to meet the family because I was unable to do that for when my aunt passed a month ago or so. Um, but it was really nice getting to meet her side of the family as well because my parents talked about how much they're like her sisters are very much like my aunts, and it very much so was like that. And it felt like even though they aren't blood related to us, they really did feel like family in a weird way.
Mhm.
It was, I don't know, it was a really nice thing. It was a nice little service. But yeah, rest in peace, I suppose, to my aunt
Rest
and
in peace.
uncle. I don't know how to cap off that section, but it was a nice time though. And yeah, glad that I went to do that, even though there was no doubt that I was going to.
Right.
And yeah, that's pretty much it though. I didn't really, not really too much this week. Pretty low key. I think I'm mentally preparing for the assortment of things that will be happening next week. Very very busy couple pod weeks coming up as well. There'll be some
Yes.
interesting
Yes.
stuff to see and to listen to, I suppose. But yeah, yeah, it's about that. I guess we can do some music news first. Uh, sure. I only have one thing down, and that's just that the David case, the
Yeah.
D4VD case, got even worse this week. I think it was last week that we talked about it. Maybe it was the week before. But a body was found in the back of his car, and there was a lot of questions of like, well, maybe someone stole his car and he was set up and stuff like this. No, I mean, we still don't know, to be clear. We still
Mhm.
don't know. But the evidence is looking pretty bad against him. The body was,
Yeah.
yeah, the body was a 15-year-old girl who had a matching tattoo with David that says shh, which that's weird. David is 20, which means that he and apparently speculating stuff has been that they have been together since she was 13, I think I was seeing.
Mhm.
And he would have been like, what, 17? No, 18. He would have been 18 at that time, which even if he was 17, that would be not good. And
No.
18, even worse, I suppose, in the eyes of the law. But yeah, no, it's pretty bad.
Mm.
And I had no emotional attachment to this guy, but holy shit, I did not expect that. I guess I don't know.
Mm.
Yeah.
Nah, man. It was like I was. like you said, we talked about it the first time around when the news came out about the body in the car. And you're like, well, I mean, I had seen originally that he reported the car stolen a couple months ago or whatever. He's been on tour. Yeah. And so it's like, he probably didn't do it. His car got stolen and some psycho killed somebody and stuffed him in the trunk of a Tesla.
Yeah.
But nah, man. I hadn't heard how decomposed the body had been.
Yeah.
It was pretty bad. I also didn't know the age of the victim.
Yeah, I think that was only something that came out this week. Yeah.
Yeah. And then just all the evidence that like lead to this poor girl having been murdered by this guy who's made music for the Arcane, for Invincible, for Fortnite.
A guy who one of his biggest songs is called Romantic Homicide as well.
Yeah. Unfortunate.
Yeah.
And just like there's a demo of a song called Celeste, which is the name of the victim, which the mother of the victim was like, she's been missing since last April or whatever, when she was 13 or whatever. She had a boyfriend named David. Like there's pictures of there's pictures of him, David, like paying off her friends to like not rat on them. That's just like speculated.
Yeah.
There's like videos of her with him in public places.
Oh yeah, it's done deal. There's nothing like.
Yeah,
I was gonna say that's like the only thing is like I guess there's no quote unquote evidence to the public of them having interaction, but like if there's videos of that it's over. There's no way.
And John sent me this video of this teacher in a high school who was like, it felt like bragging to his students that like, oh, this girl, I had her in one of my classes.
Ew.
Yeah. He's like, I sent this to TMZ and stuff too. And I was like, ew. You shouldn't. Ew.
Yeah.
Some crazy shit, dude.
It's terrible.
Yeah. Disgusting, terrible. Wild stuff. Ruining your life before you're 20 to that much of an extreme. Right. Wild. That rest in peace to Celeste.
Absolutely.
Because like Jesus fucking Christ. Yeah. I think that's other than, do you have any other music news written down?
I was just thinking of one, but I think I guess Gorillaz, they had a show recently, and part of the show, I mean, it's Gorillaz. I think I don't exactly know how they do the show, but I'm guessing there's a lot of animations on screen because of the nature of the band. But there was an animation of all 4 characters holding up a Palestinian flag, which was pretty cool.
Yes,
especially for the current Fortnite festival headliner. I mean,
yes,
I respect that. Got the eyes on you.
Yeah. No, it's really. I saw that too, and I was it was very cool. They also debuted a new song along with that. I think that was also just in support of Palestine.
Oh, sick.
And everything. So that's super cool. Another thing, Breach Tour started yesterday. Before the show, I was like, I'm gonna really try this time. I'm not gonna look at the set list. I'm not gonna do it. Show started. I was like, well, better go to top updates.
Dude, I was messaging Erica, who we're gonna see the show with next week, about that. She was like, did you see the set list? And I was like, I told myself I wasn't gonna look at it. I caved on the first post that I saw, and it was like a Reddit post that literally was like spoiler marked and everything, but I was like, I gotta peep that. As if I didn't see that coming. But
right.
Yeah.
I'll hold my criticisms until I see it live.
Yes.
For right now, I'm a little disappointed in it, but gonna be a great show nonetheless. So,
Absolutely.
What's also cool is they adopted the like LED wristbands that like Coldplay originated, and like Taylor Swift has done too, which is super cool.
Sick, yeah.
I've seen some cool videos of that stuff happening.
I will say I haven't seen much, or no, I haven't seen any videos of anything going on. So
That's good.
I would, yeah, I'd rather refrain free from those things. I think I can keep myself from that. But I did skim the set list once. Yeah.
Yeah, I've tried to not watch the videos, but when it comes to like jokels and stuff, I'm like, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh well.
I'm refraining. I'm refraining.
I'm proud of you.
Thank you.
But I'm excited to see it live. People are doing their speculations and stuff. Oh well, maybe this is going to change. Maybe
that's what I said too. It's completely possible that they move some stuff around, but we'll see. It was very. I guess what I will say, I mean, because you saw it, and from what I remember, it was strangely blurry face heavy, and also very strangely breached light, which I thought was very interesting, especially because there's a lot of songs on there that would go so hard live.
Which is partly why I'm disappointed. I also I think that people will saying, well, maybe this set list is changing because the tour is amphitheaters and this was a stadium, and yada yada. I don't know if that's like matters.
The Cincinnati
really,
one was a stadium.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Like and the tour is mostly amphitheaters, so like whatever. Maybe it'll change because of that. Maybe they'll like add more breach songs as time goes on, as they get like time to see how they work live and everything. But I also know like when it comes to like doing the backgrounds and stuff and the animations that go with the songs and everything, and now the lights that go with the LED wristbands, it's like you gotta kind of have all that stuff down pat before a show. It's like still excited, still very excited.
Oh, absolutely.
But that's cool. I think that's all the music is.
But I believe so for me as well.
In some other news, free speech is dead. Jimmy Kimmel, his show was taken off the air indefinitely because he said something that was honestly super tame and not really controversial at all. But it was critical of the president. So he got and Disney, who owns ABC, which Kimmel plays on, is very scared of Trump. So he was talking about the Charlie Kirk murder, and he was like, well, let's see what the president had to say and how he's feeling and everything. And then it was that clip of Trump where someone's like, how are you feeling a couple days out? And Trump's like, pretty good, I think. Have you heard of the ballroom?
The ballroom or whatever?
The ballroom. And very tame, not like not super edgy or anything at all. But it got his show pulled indefinitely.
I will add real quick, from what I saw, and I'm not following this like super closely, so I guess I could be wrong about this, but I think what the right and like other people were mainly upset with was the fact that Jimmy Kimmel did refer to the shooter as a Republican during the speech, which I think has that guy's obviously fucked up in the head. Not Jimmy Kimmel, the shooter. So like it's been really hard to quote unquote trace where his politics lie or whatever. But it does look like it's leaning more Democrat, I think. But he did refer to him as he's one of your guys or something like that. Which I think is the part that I was seeing people on the right were upset with him for saying or something. Yeah,
that's possible. I also his thing might have also is like the fact that a lot of these political violence things happen and it's due to the right and the people on the right that are doing the actions.
He said that.
I don't know. He didn't say that.
Okay. I was gonna say I don't remember that part of the clip.
No, but I that might.
Yeah.
That's just what I saw people talking about. But
Yeah.
you know, it's caused a major uproar within like SAG, which you know is like
Yeah.
the Screen Actors Guild. Everyone's like, "Whoa, what the fuck? No,
Yeah.
All the late night hosts are like, what the hell? Like, what
Yeah.
are we supposed to? Jon Stewart did a funny thing
Yeah,
for the Daily
I saw a
Show
bit of that.
where he's like, he made it like Trump and friendly and very patriotic and
Mhm.
everything. I love Jon
Shut the
Stewart.
fuck up. Yeah, that was so good.
But yeah, you know, Stephen Colbert was up in arms. Pedro
Mhm.
Pascal posted something. Just like everyone's like, hey man, this is not how that's supposed to work.
Yeah.
Um, and Trump's like, well, now I have all the power in the world. I'm gonna get all these shows pulled. I can do anything I want.
Yeah.
Which like
Like a
no,
fucking child,
no.
yes. You know.
Yeah, exactly. Like nobody can be critical of the president at all. Um, and yeah, just that was bad.
Yes.
And apparently Kimmel and Disney are having disagreements on how to come back and like how to address everything that's happened.
Mhm.
Um, of course, because I'm sure Disney just wants Kimmel to get down on his knees like a good boy
Of course.
for Donald Trump. And Kimmel's like, no,
Yeah.
I don't think so. But you know, it's just like,
Yeah.
you
It's crazy because I don't even really like Kimmel all that much. Like in
no,
terms of like his show, like I don't really find him funny at all, and he definitely
mm.
gets a little boomerish sometimes. But he is on the right side of history for most things.
Yes,
So like I'm passionate for it in that reason. It should if anyone should drive his show off the air, it should be his own type of comedy that I don't find that funny. But
yeah,
you know, it shouldn't be free speech like you know
no,
First Amendment
mm.
breaking shit. Like it's dumb as hell.
Yeah,
And like you said,
um,
also pretty tame as well. Like maybe
yeah,
even though I brought up like I think that's what the right is mad about is him miscategorizing the shooter. Like even so, that's not enough to get a show canceled. Have you heard the shit that they say on fucking Fox News? All the
uh-huh,
bullshit that they spew without knowing anything. Yeah, I mean,
right. It's fucking Stephen Colbert's show is getting canceled too. It's like, you
right?
know,
Oh yeah, that too. Yeah.
that happened a while ago, and that's also because of Trump and
Right,
CBS or whatever was being good
because
boys for Trump.
yeah, they have a bunch of power over the parent companies or whatever that run that shit.
Yeah,
So
Paramount.
yeah,
Um, but it's like ew. And it's ugh. But I was talking to Max about it earlier. The Charlie Kirk assassination feels like it happened a month ago.
I
Um,
agree. Yeah,
like it's been a week, a little over a week, and it felt like that happened so long ago. With I don't know, just like the Kimmel thing, the David thing.
yeah.
It's like I've been playing a lot of skate, double cheeseburger day. Everything just feels like everything's been. Everything just feels like it's been like a month since that should happen.
Honestly,
Um,
even though I've not been doing much this past week, even me when I was saying I was beating Jedi Survivor last weekend, that felt like it was 3 weeks ago. Like it's,
yeah,
I don't know what's in the atmosphere right now. I think it's just a bunch of bogged down depression.
probably.
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't know. It's just like this year has already been going by in a flash,
agreed. Yeah,
but like you know it feels like you go from one crazy thing to the next and it just like everything feels like oh you focus on one thing and it's like oh remember that one thing that happened that was a week ago
yeah,
what
yeah.
um but one thing that has come out of the Charlie Kirk assassination has been there's been a trend on TikTok. At least that's mostly where I've seen it. But these people going to Starbucks and ordering this tea that Charlie really loved, and he ordered a lot.
Okay,
Called it's the Mint Majesty tea with two honey in it, or like two things of honey in it.
okay.
And people are like, "I'll petition to make Starbucks put this on the menu as and call it the Charlie drink or the Charlie Kirk drink."
Uh-huh.
Um, and it's like this is hilarious because one, these are the same people that get all up in arms when Starbucks is like Happy Holidays instead of Merry Christmas.
Yeah, you're so right. Yeah, that's such a good
And
point.
like Sean sent me a video and he's like, this is the most liberal thing I've seen in my life.
True.
It's like, that's hilarious, dude. And I'm sure he would have fucking ate that shit up.
Yeah.
He would have loved to have his name on a Starbucks order board, which coincidentally both him and Starbucks love Israel and hated hated Gaza. So just a little quinky dink. But yeah, it's just like
there's
that shit was
there's cracking. A lot of things since his death that like I feel like, I mean, not the Republicans are known for not being hypocrites or some shit, but like I feel like have been so hypocritical. I mean, we talked about the free speech stuff or whatever. They're usually the ones, the huge biggest proponent of that, and like cancel culture and shit like that too. And it's like, why are you so blind to like this shit blatantly happening on your side now? Like it's like I have mixed feelings when the left does that too, but like it's like, what the hell is wrong with you that like you it's literally just, like people are saying free speech for me, not for thee or whatever, and it's so dumb, and I'm sick of it, and I hate this country, and I'm worried for the next year.
Me too.
3 years. You came into the election very worried about it, and I remember I tried being like, it'll be all right, things will be okay. And now I am very anxious.
Yeah.
I'm an anxious boy.
It was a delayed hit for you.
It was.
I was
it
feeling
really
it right
was.
off the bat.
Yeah. I was a little too naive for my own good.
Yeah, no, and you saying all that stuff made me want to feel like you did, but I just couldn't shake it, and I still haven't been able to. But now it's kind of just like, it's the loss of empathy for people that
literally I just want to say, across the spectrum for me, it's empathy for people that like is terrifying for me.
Yeah, it's just but I don't know if you've ever seen them, but there's this podcast that I forget the name of it, but it's these two like liberal kids. They're not kids, but they're adults, and their parents who like they zoom in for this podcast, and the parents, especially the dad, is like super alt-right Republican, like hates everybody, loves Trump, only watches Newsmax, and the two kids are liberal and liberal thinking, and they like come at their parents with like good talking points, and like want to see inside of their brains on these aspects and stuff. And there's been like, after the Charlie Kirk death, they've been like talking about it. And the daughter was like, yeah, he was a terrible, racist, horrible piece of shit. I don't think anybody deserves to die like that, but a horrible fucking person. The son was like, yeah, I agree, terrible. But like right as the daughter said he was racist, the mom was like, well, I don't agree with that at all. He was not racist. And then the dad went on. He was like, well, yeah, you're gonna start seeing more of this, more Democrats being shot down. It's happening on your side now. After this, it's like, oh my god. He's like, they're talking about like, and the son's like, gun violence is the problem, and the dad's like, fuck no, it's not. It's like, and the dad like doesn't even pay attention to the podcast. He's like watching Newsmax the entire time, looking off to the side to the TV and everything. But every once in a while, when things like catch his attention, he's like, "That's complete bullshit, and this is why." And like, you're a piece. He just constantly berates the kids for being like terrible, and it's like, geez, I don't know how they do this podcast with their parents. At all. I think it helps that they don't have to be in the same room, but they genuinely worry about their mom. I saw a video where they were like, yeah, I think she's kind of starting to realize something, but she's being so dragged down in this like abusive relationship with our dad that she's kind of being just is trapped in this mentality of awfulness
Which,
and everything.
to be fair, is not the first time I've heard of that with like a husband-wife relationship, especially on the right. But yeah.
But that was some stuff too, and it's just like, it's really hard to. I mentioned it last week, but just like it's really hard to have that empathy for people who are that awful.
It is, and like another. I mean, I know both you and I know this, but like it's another thing that makes me so anxious and angry about people's critical fucking thinking or the lack thereof in this country right now. Is like I would. I wouldn't even say I wager. I do 100% believe that the majority of Democrats have condemned the violence on Charlie Kirk. Have been like, that should not happen. That is a terrible thing that happened. But then you get, the right sees like these dipshits on Twitter or whatever, just like celebrating or whatever, and then just thinking that that's every single liberal, is that they're like, oh, they're celebrating shooting us or whatever, we gotta shoot them back, and like it's I fucking hate the cycle of all of that, and it's oh my god, we need less Trump brains here, and we need people who can actually talk about things with nuance and get that message across that, hey, things are not a black and white issue, not even talking about race in this situation, but there's so much to these things, and we can't just water it down to the easiest thing that's to consume and fucking get mad at. Oh my god, I don't know. It depresses me.
Me too. And when Trump finally does die, which can't wait for, personally. I want it to be this kind of like, a snap of a finger, and it's like, whoa, where am I? What's happening? All these people, like this brainwashed fuckers who run around like he's God. I want it to be like that, and obviously there's still going to be like these grifters that take his ideologies and his personality and just like put it upon themselves to keep that going. But I feel like once he dies, and once this group of older people who just love to be racist and are using him as an excuse, once they are gone as well, I feel like once like our generation starts like getting into positions of power and being more in the political landscape, I think that the country's going to be way better off, but we have to get there first, is the thing. We have to make
sorry, you continue.
That's okay. We have to make it there. But with the way things currently are, it's kind of hard to see past tomorrow.
Yeah, and now I'm going to be the negative Nancy, because I used to have those feelings as well, especially, and maybe it's because my guy was winning, quote unquote, even though I did not like Biden, during like the whatever, but like maybe I was very hopeful during that era. I was like, it feels like things are changing, it feels like things are taking a good step, and people in my generation are like actually recognizing these things about LGBTQ plus and whatever. And then Trump gets elected, and then all the people who were not talking about that stuff were now just loud mouthing whatever awful opinion they could have, no matter their age. Like I feel like it really, even in our generation, it is still such and like it's I really think what Trump has started since 2016 and the MAGA mindset and all that shit, unfortunately, as much as I would love for it to poof away as well, it's not going to poof away. Even in his death, you're still going to have JD Vance. I think, isn't Donald Trump Jr. also into politics and like basically a clone of his father or something? So
he's like Donald Trump Jr. is like high off of coke and just out of his mind most of the time.
I mean, is that much different than Trump at that age?
Well, I don't think, from what I know about Trump, he's never done drugs. He doesn't like drink. He doesn't do drugs, which is like very surprising.
Yeah.
But he's killing his body with McDonald's and racism.
Yeah.
So.
Hopefully not at
but
once.
But I don't even if like Trump's family, his lineage, wanted to run for stuff, I don't think they have nearly the right of way into office that like he did, because like people are like, oh, I love the name and everything, but he's not his father.
Maybe
but
I don't know. It's so hard to tell, but like
it is.
I mean, I don't think you do either, but like as much as I would love the MAGA stuff to poof away, it's not going to. It's something that has been embedded into society, especially over the last year, I feel like, and it's gonna be here for I think another few election cycles at least, and that's fucking awful. We're gonna be hearing about it even once that man is in the grave, from a natural death, hopefully, and hopefully won't take too long. But yeah,
I hope it's painful, but I hope it's natural.
Yeah, naturally painful. That's how.
Yeah.
That's how we want it to go down.
I hope it's as painful as it possibly can be, but I hope it's not from a bullet.
Yes, or like poison or something, I suppose.
Don't make him a martyr. Just let him die as a bitter, disgusting old man. That he already is and has been. But
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we hit the 1 hour mark. I don't know if you got more news.
Yeah, I don't have news really. I don't have any more news really, but I hate that, and it's mostly my fault. But I hate that we like end a lot of podcasts with like these downer politics kind of things.
Yeah.
But it's just like what's in the news a lot of the time.
It's a big thing, and honestly, I would rather have it here in the podcast than like in the middle. And make me just upset at the world for the rest of the episode. And then we get to listen to music right afterwards too, which makes me happy.
But just try your best to be as happy as you can be. Sometimes putting down your phone and not looking at the news is the best thing you can do. Go play some video games, listen to some music, watch a movie, and just fucking turn your brain off for a little while. Because that's it helps a lot. So
I'd say talking to human beings also helps. Not even about politics, just talk to human beings. It's a great thing.
Human interaction is underrated, I'll say that.
Honestly, I think you're right in this day and age. I don't even think that's exaggerating.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, song of the week.
Song of the week.
Unless you have anything else to talk about.
No, I'm all hunkered out. I don't think that's how you say that. But yes, I am up first for song of the week this week. The Maruja record came out last week, and 21 Pilots was the big thing, so I wanted to highlight something from there first. But now I'm feeling Maruja, and I think someone should be highlighted. There's some great songs in there that are like 10 minutes plus, but I'll be honest, I don't quite have the energy for one of those right now. So I'm gonna go with one that is the shortest track on. No, it's not the second shortest track on the record, but it is the opener, Bloodsport. I really enjoyed that track, so I'm gonna choose it. Bloodsport by Maruja.
I'm twisted, the darkness got me lifted. Human nature's venomous, that's something that I'm gifted.
All right, that was Bloodsport by Maruja. What'd you think of that, Colin?
What a way to start an album, man. Yeah. I love the like kind of like that's I don't know how to describe the sound other than like a siren underneath like the raging fucking snare drum that's going on. I love how that starts the song. I love how it ends the song. That saxophone at the end as well, just going fucking sick, dude. I mentioned it in my review on Album of the Year, but it's just like these guys have the potential because they make like it's like a lot of their stuff is like politically charged and a lot and like world just justice and everything. And it's like these guys have the potential to be like a rage against the machine of this modern era. Absolutely. But even if they're not trying to, they have the potential of doing that. And they have that energy. I love it. It goes hard. Great great track, great character from James Gunn's Suicide Squad movie too.
I'm sure I don't remember that one.
It was Idris Elba. It was
Idris
character.
Elba. Oh God, now I'm forgetting. Like, I remember he was in that movie. I don't remember what he did. That's fine. But yeah, no, I ditto to everything you said. I mean, what's even crazier about like that siren sound is like after me seeing them live, I can tell you that's they're getting that noise out of their guitars. Like they have.
What?
I know they do a whole bunch, like pretty much everything you hear in all of these songs is stuff that they like are capable of doing live, and it's crazy. And
I need to see these fuckers.
I know. Just imagine hearing those snares and that siren in just like a dark red room with a bunch of sweaty people around you. It's a whole other vibe, dude. I'm telling you. But yeah, no, I agree. It's such a great way to open the album. It's such a burst of energy right off the bat, and it's you know, I'd say this a lot whenever I'm describing Maruja, but they have like their soft side, like that's like genuinely begging for love in this world, and then they have just like this anger of like, what the fuck is going on, you know? And like it's such a good balance. And this is like basically just like a pure anger track, and I think it's probably some of the most like blood pumping stuff that they've put out so far. It just has such a visceral adrenaline like in it that I don't know. I've really been enjoying every time I've been starting up the record, and I think it's great, and I think the whole album is great, and people should go listen to it. And also, I agree with you on the Rage Against the Machine statements too. I remember I said that after seeing them live, and I was like, I don't know if it's just because we literally just did the Rage Against the Machine Ars Analysis, but like they really do have that energy, and I think they even capitalize on it sometimes. So,
oh yeah,
yeah. What are you feeling for this week?
Well, I also really like the Maruja album. I also don't have patience for a 10-minute song, so I'm not gonna do anything off of that record because it's the 10-minute song that I also would have loved to pick, and you already picked "Look Down on Us."
Oh,
Great
yeah.
song.
Yeah,
Love that song. Probably my favorite on there.
Me too. That's, I think, my favorite song of the year so far. But anyways, continue.
Good choice. I did listen to the Crux Deluxe, and there was a song on there that did surprise me, just in the way that they play with their sound and kind of do different things on it. It's the last song on the deluxe, and I like it quite a bit, so I'm gonna go with "Awake" by Joe.
All right.
All right, that was "Awake" by Joe. What'd you think, Mike?
I thought that was pretty cool. I liked the very first part of it. Well, the first half, I suppose, felt kind of like Radiohead-ish in a way, like kind of like exit music for a film or so. It kind of was giving me some vibes of. I liked like the register of his voice during all of that. It was very nice, like kind of haunting a little bit over the instrumental line. I liked a lot of the lyrics in there too. It was pretty cool. And then the finish was pretty grand. I liked how that bass sounded, or guitar, whatever the hell that was. It was produced very well, and it's very in your face. I liked it.
Yes.
And yeah, like you said, it's a cool new element for their sound, and it's actually one that I think would be cool to see them flesh out even further. Something that's a little more noisier, punkier, or something. I think it worked pretty well. I liked it.
Me too. Yeah, I was playing Skate the other morning when I was listening to this, and throughout the album I was paying attention, but I wasn't like I was super like, you know, into it or anything. And then this one, just like I really liked how subdued and different it was, because like usually Joe, you know, they do like classic rock inspired stuff, especially on the Crux, but you know, this one was very like
it's kind of
it felt very
grunge.
Yeah. It felt like, you know, now that you say that, it felt like, you know, Something in the Way, by Nirvana, which is on the Batman.
Yeah,
but
that's where it came from.
Yes. But you know, on the Crux, it's like, you know, there's a lot of like fun poppy stuff, a lot of interesting stuff. This one was very, as Mike said, grungy, very subdued. It felt kind of like the first Joe album, 2020.
Yeah,
in some ways as well. And I was like, oh, cool. And then it like stops for that second, and then it explodes, and I was like, whoa,
yeah,
that's super fucking cool. That's something I have never heard from them. And it's just like a super cool sound that I would also like to see them explore and do more of. And it's a cool little way to end that deluxe. But yeah, I just thought I'd highlight that one because I like that explosion quite a bit.
yeah. No, that's a sick track.
Yeah.
Yeah, sick. All right. Well, unless you got anything else to add?
I think we're all good. I think we're all good, brother.
Okay, we're all good, brother. Well, if you're listening to us on streaming services, thank you very much. We appreciate you and love you to death, audio listeners. You should rate us 5 stars or whatever the highest rating is on your streaming service of choice. However, you should also come on over to YouTube, where we are under the same name, BrokeN Boys, capital N BOIS, and you can see my my Bing Bongified album cover, given a little green box every time I speak, or you can see Colin's flipped profile picture that he had before, but now it's flipped. Yes.
With Dima.
With Dima. Well. Is that what the vinyl looks like? Does it have a little Dima thing in the middle?
No, it's just from the digital remains. It was in there. It was that picture with like the Demo and the logo in the middle. I thought it was cool.
It is cool. I like that Demo logo a lot. But yeah, you can see that. You can see how cool it looks over on YouTube. But also over here, there's a whole bunch of links in the description to various things. One of those various things being the Song of the Week playlists, that little segment that we just did. I've been doing that since the inception of the podcast, so you can go check out the songs we chose this week, which was Bloodsport by Marussia and Awake by Joe. You can see them in our respective podcasts. We got one for me and one for Colin, or you can see them in the combined playlist. Did I say podcast the first time too?
I don't. Use a playlist.
Okay.
Pretty sure.
My brain's it's going. Only like 2 minutes more, brain. But yeah, you can go see all those songs in the combined playlist. Other than that, we have links to some personal stuff. For me, didn't really talk about it this week, but I make music under the name of Plaintive. There's something I forgot to mention in my week that I'm kind of excited about working on. Nothing like a outside project or something, but I just like opened up my DAW and started writing something, and I really like it. So it's definitely going to be heard at some point. So music's sometime. But there's also music out now, new EP, Cyclicism. Should go check it out. And also album, not new but still album, called Coping Mechanism. You should check that out too. Links to whatever you need down there. But I also have some personal things for, aside from music. I have my album of the year page where I rate and review other people's music. And I also have my Instagram down there and my YouTube page. And my TikTok. And that's all I care to list at this moment, I think. And in terms of my relation to you, dear viewer, oh boy, what happened this week? What is a topical place I can be to relate to you, my dear viewer? I was in Jimmy Kimmel's audience.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I was live in New York. I was there. I watched him tell that joke, and I was like, damn, that shit's hilarious, man. You tell them woke Trumpies over there. And woke Trump, woke MAGA, dark MAGA.
Dark Brandon.
I don't think I want to know about dark MAGA, to be honest. But yeah, I was like, you tell them, Jimmy. And I was laughing loud so that my voice could be picked up in the laugh track.
And it was there was a specifically loud laugh when that Trump clip happened. So
that was me. I got a hoot and a holler out of that one. So that
this is my time. This is my time to be on television.
Yeah.
I forget what There's a sitcom or a show that like somebody's I think you
Tim.
should leave.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's Tim Robinson.
Yeah,
Isn't it? Yeah.
where he's like trying to talk into the microphone, or the audience microphone.
Yeah,
and people are like, "What the fuck are you doing? You can't do that."
Yeah, that's basically the
Yeah.
Jimmy Kimmel. Behind you, dear viewer, and Colin will define what that means in a moment. But Colin over here, he runs our socials. He runs our Twitter page where he posts updates and updates anything that needs to be updated. So go check that out. And he also runs our Instagram page and our TikTok page where he posts funny clips of us having silly little gaffs and gads, and whatever the tee-hee-ha-has. Yes. And yeah, he also check those out too. Give him love. Give him all the love. And he also has yes. And he also has personal stuff too. He has an album of the year page where he rates and reviews music. Sounds like you got some new reviews up there with Maruja and probably Breach and things like that too. So go check those out, as well as his Letterboxd, where he rates and reviews movies. Yeah, what is your relation to our dear viewer this week, Colin?
Well, once he told that joke and the feed was cut to black, I was
because that's how it happened. Yeah.
Yes, I was one of the producers in the back working on the show, and I got the phone call that I had to cut the cameras. So as Jimmy came back and he was visibly distraught and upset, I had to console him. And but from the entrance to the stage, I see a person that I know very dearly to be Mike, my co-host for the podcast, and I'm like, hey, no, go back. I know you got backstage passes because of me, but you can't get back here right now. And you're like, no, man, that was fucked up. What happened? And Jimmy's gonna turn around and go, hey, thanks, man. Yeah. That was I thought what I said was pretty tame too. And you're like, yeah, man, I totally agree. I hate Dark MAGA. And he's like, and he turns to you, and he knows me already because I'm a producer,
of course,
show. But he's like, are you the co-host Mike from the Broken Boys podcast? And you go, yeah, of course, that's me, and I hate Dark MAGA. And
you know me, Jimmy.
And Jimmy's gonna turn to me and be like, "Why were you trying to wave him off? I love you guys. I love your podcast." And I'll be like, "Oh, well, I just didn't want him. I just didn't want this moment to be ruined for you. Didn't want you to be even more upset with a new person that you weren't expecting." And you'd be like, "Nah, man, it's okay. Can I get one of those things you guys do at the end of your episodes?" And I'll be like, "Of course, Jimmy. Of course, Jimmy Kimmel."
Jimmy's a real one that listens through the credits.
He really does, and I love him for that, and the way that he talks with his bottom teeth baring every time.
Yes,
he talks. But I love that about it. Of course, he knows the deal, so he's going to turn towards me so I can hug him from behind, up front, and you're going to hug him from behind, Mike. And as we're hugging Jimmy Kimmel and being upset with the fact that our free speech is being taken away from us, I'm going to kiss you, Mike, deeply on the lips, and he's gonna be like, "Hell yeah, guys, I love this," and we're gonna be, and I'm gonna just put a finger up to Jimmy's lips and go, "Shh," as we kiss some more, in this embrace that we like to call the love cage. And if you would like your very own love cage, dear viewer, all you must do is drop your address in the comments below. We will find you. You won't know when, you won't know where. We will find you and give you your very own love cage. So drop those addies, babies.
Absolutely. Jimmy Kimmel dropped his address, and we showed up just to do that. So
exactly,
it could be you next. So do it.
Come on, Jimmy Fallon.
We're getting all the Jimmys. Jimmy Beast is next after that.
We'll change his ways.
Yeah, we can set him straight. We can still fix him.
We'll set him straight by gaily kissing next to his ear.
Exactly. But yeah, join us next week. Next week will be a fun episode. It's gonna be a car pod.
Yeah.
That'll be
Come back next week when we're in a fucking moving vehicle.
Yeah, the audio quality is probably gonna be amazing throughout the whole episode, but it'll be fun though. It'll be fun. So
yeah, it's gonna be a good one. I'm excited.
Me too. Alrighty. Catch ya on the flip side, viewers.
Peace out, gamers.